Tania, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Almas de la Noche.
Almas de la Noche.
Souls of the night.
Yes.
And it's great because all of us, we have our souls, we have our spirits, and sometimes during the daytime, a lot of people can see who we are and stuff, but at nighttime, there's another part of us that comes out, right, straight from the heart. And the people take the time to look. You don't always have a chance to adjust your eyes at night.
Yeah.
And take that time to find that beauty in the darkness. And when you do see the souls of the night, and
Yes.
you get to see who they all are. And I'm really excited because we're here right now in New York City, in the Lower East Side, on Orchard and Broome. This is 86 Orchard Gallery, and it's by Casa Mezcal, which are incredible people.
Beautiful place.
Yeah, I love it too. Right now, everything's disheveled. We're building right now, right? We're building the experience
Under construction.
but that kind of mimics the Souls of Night. I think we're all under construction, right?
Yes.
And if anything, a lot of times when you go to a gallery or art place, you look at the work and you say, oh, I love the colors here, I love the sizing. But when you can go to a gallery and see something beyond just aesthetics, where the oil and the wood and the love put into it really shows something about the human experience, you're getting double, you know what I mean?
Yes. You're getting the whole experience, a whole reflective experience, which was my goal with this art.
Also by trade, you're also a teacher, correct?
Yes.
So I have to imagine, and I know I shouldn't always assume, but I would imagine that part of your process as an artist is to also show something for people they can identify from and maybe even learn from.
Yes.
And you can see this in your work. I am so proud to be part of this journey with you.
Thank you. I'm honored to have my work here. This is the first time I see them on the wall, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little emotional.
Yeah, you know what? I'm emotional too. Yeah, you have to be, right? Because if you're not, when people come in, it's going to be a joy experience to them. And we really want this to be something that you can't get anywhere else. And I think you accomplished that. Yeah, my Tay.
I'm so excited.
Yes,
Awesome.
he is. He really is. A couple quick little things. I think that as a collection of work, it's something that it makes the emotions accessible, and I think that's important because, like you said, it made you a little emotional. I have a funny feeling that when people come into this room, they're going to be a little emotional too, right? Because it's not every day that you have a gallery space where there's a lot of comfort. Right? We want it to be a comfortable space to bring you out of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
It's like, and together that combination really, really works.
Yes.
I don't think people realize the amount of work, effort, ingenuity, almost dropping of your guard of who you are that comes into this. Can you just give us like a little bit of an idea of what's going on there?
So these pieces, a lot of these pieces came from many nights of insomnia, because I suffer from that. And rather than sit there and get really frustrated and angry because I can't go to sleep, I just think of it as a time to create, and I'll sit there and kind of let my mind wander. And that's why I called the show Souls of the Night, because a lot of my ideas do come at night.
Yeah.
When I can't sleep, when I'm asking all the questions, when I'm reflecting about my day. And I like to think of these ideas as sometimes guides, sometimes even destroyers. Like it's all These are all things that I have to face and I have to put in my art because that's the outlet that I have. So nighttime for me is like, it's a transformational time as an artist and as a person. It's where I resolve my problems. It's where my creativity comes out.
And you know, you're very honest in your conviction, because you told me in the past that part of this is transformation, right? It's like it's just like it's innate inside of you, this.
Yes.
You know, I have a question that I'm not prepared for. But you know, it's easy, not easy, but it's cohesive when you put a set of work together straight through, right? The other half of the exhibit that we're not showing anybody yet is outside the scope of Almas de la Noche. I mean, it has some of the core elements. You know, you have your I guess your soul impression in your work, but it's a little bit different, and it's going to be mirroring the soul, you know, the souls of the night. How do you think that's going to work on somebody coming in to see their work, where they're going to see the one side of the bright colors coming out, and then the other side of the walls where the colors are going to be coming in, brought in with like graphite, tying those together, telling that a little bit of a different story? Do you think it's going to split them and like, all right, this is this, this is that, or you think they're going to feed? Like, how do you see the vision that they're working together?
I think they're going to see several sides of the same artist. I think the second half of the show shows more of my disjointed parts of me, the parts that I'm still trying to figure out, the parts that I sort of figure out, but then I kind of lose touch with, and then I sort of bring it back, because that's what life is. It's a balance. You find yourself and you lose yourself all the time.
You'll leave seeds.
Exactly. And you can always go back, you know, you can revisit those parts of you, even though they're in the past, because they're still in your mind.
Yeah.
So I think when they see that, they're going to see a journey, and then eventually they're going to come right back around here, and they're going to be like, okay, she got it. She journeyed, and then she got it. And then she's still journeying, and then she got it again.
You see the whole tree.
Yes.
Right? And souls have a way to be associated with trees that grow from the earth, grow from the material into the spiritual, whatever way you look at that.
Yes.
One quick question. You know, we put different importances on different things in different parts of our lives. Right now, as an artist, do you find more comfort out of complexity or simplicity?
That's an interesting question, because when I was doing these paintings, I wanted complexity. I wanted more. The more the better. The more I could throw at it, the more I felt in the zone. And as I finished this body of work, I kind of toned down, and now I'm looking for simplicity, to the point that I'm now working on pieces that are mostly all black and white. Because I crave a certain kind of letting go of everything that I've been carrying up until this point. There's a lot that I keep at this show. And the second I finished this painting over here, the second I finished that painting, I was like, I literally looked at it and I said, it is done.
You know,
it is done.
You just pretty much without saying, give the definition of flow in one person's life. How the flow makes true balance.
Yes.
You know, I want to thank you so much for sitting down with me, and you know, Tania is incredible. I am so, and also I would be amiss not to say that there is the Puerto Rican heritage in your artwork that for the Latino community, they get to see their roots here in New York City.
Yep, those are flamboyant flower petals, the end of the bird wings. A flamboyant is a tree that you see a lot in Puerto Rico. And my grandmother used to have one in her, her farm area. And anytime I see those flowers, I'm immediately transported back over there, running in her yard, catching the lizards, the hot breeze, you know, the rainstorm that you can see on the hill.
Wow, you're time traveling.
Yep.
You're traveling in space and time.
So I knew I had to incorporate that in the pieces because it felt like I was back home with her while I was working, specifically on this piece. My grandmother was a leather worker. A lot of people in my family worked with their hands. She was a farmer, she was a leather worker, she was a seamstress. My mother was a ceramist. My dad works with glass. My brother's an airbrush artist. My other brother's a hairdresser.
Wow.
My sister is a medical assistant, so she does phlebotomy, and my other brother is a plumber.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody does some type of manual, hand-driven type work.
Yeah,
So-
no, there's one thing, and we'll do our thing. With the manual labor you're talking about, it all has one thing I see common through. There's heart,
Yes.
right? There's a heart in it that gives you the freedom to still have that creativity. Like even like with the phlebotomy, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like you're working with somebody's the vital blood, somebody's
Exactly.
body, right? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And what you're doing is to help their health.
Yes.
You know, and it's incredible. I want to thank you so much. Everybody, Tania Pomales, Almas de la Noche, Souls of the Night. It opens up on Sunday, August 20th, 1 week from today. And it's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is the reception. It's at 86 Orchard Street, New York, 10002, in the Lower East Side by Orchard and Broome. And it's part of the Casa Mezcal family, who Casa Mezcal is more just a restaurant. They are a place to bring life into art. And I will see you guys then. Have a beautiful day. Thank you guys.
Yeah.